I think. Oh, shut up, Jubilee! Shut up, Jubilee! Personally, I think that you shouldn't.
Is the end goal here
abortion
that
should be
abortion be illegal and it be criminalized and removed as a resource forever from this country?
Yeah.
Is that the
illegal and unthinkable?
Illegal and unthinkable. So it is criminalized and stigmatized.
The thing is, the only reason you should have a abortion is if your life is at stake. That's the only thing, and the child like it's child can't survive. That's the only time where abortion should be illegal. But yeah, it isn't murder in my opinion. Oh, bro, the middle ground intro, bro, for real.
If you agree, step forward. If you disagree, stay put.
Oh, bro, I see a black man. You saying you like abortions? You're sick, bro. You're actually
likes
sick.
It. I think they use it, and they might use it incorrectly, from my perspective. But I don't think anyone likes an abortion. Like, they're not, like, jumping for joy for it.
I think it is a very physically taxing process to go through, and I don't think anyone
big mouth.
Would
I bet you have some good opinions yourself.
Yeah, I think those
are the girls that think they're princesses when they're really just dirt
because they need to.
It's a harmful narrative on both sides of the conversation to say that women celebrate abortion. I think it creates.
Respectfully, I feel like respectfully though. I feel like women shouldn't be. I feel like men shouldn't be minimize. Respectfully, bro. Respectfully. I just gotta see their respect. Their perspective is just more controversial.
I think if you asked me this question maybe several years ago, I would have said nobody likes abortion. But I think in today's climate, it is much more celebrated. As a pro-life person, I've had people tell me that they will dedicate their next abortion to me. Instead of helping women, they will have an abortion.
I've heard very similar responses to you. Things like, I'll donate to Planned Parenthood in your name. And there's other pages like Shout Your Abortion that openly celebrates abortion rights.
Yeah, I celebrate abortion,
stupid.
And I think that.
How would you kill a baby? Because you're too lazy. You're too lazy to carry a kid. You can't put up for adoption. You're too lazy to carry a kid.
Stigma and trauma.
So you can't just.
People who stand outside clinics and have grotesque images and literally, damning your soul. Abortion as a medical procedure and resource is something that I do celebrate. It's a human right. And I love abortion.
You're stupid. You're dumb. She is dumb. She is retarded.
Jackie, she, her
if she has any social media, please spam her. She's retarded.
I think
thank you.
SB 8 opens the door and the path towards handing over our bodily autonomy to the state. I don't understand how anyone can justify using their personal beliefs to take away the rights of others.
I don't care about your rights.
My name's Abby. I'm from Orlando, Florida.
I will call a black person monkey if I have to,
bro. Human abortion. We have to ask the question of what makes human.
I am black, by the way. I'm black, by the way.
My worldview,
I'm not.
As a Christian, gives
me
a foundation for human worth, and because I believe scientifically fetuses are human beings from the moment of conception, I am against abortion.
Talk to him.
Biological fathers should have an equal say in abortions.
Yup. You know the man's gonna stop. Nah, bro. Wait, is that the guy from $19 Fortnite?
I think so. I mean, it's consistency. Like, if we're defining that as a life, if it is a life, to put a kid up for adoption, both parents have to agree.
I agree. I have talked to lots of women who've had abortions, and I've talked to lots of men who are hurting. They're completely heartbroken. They would have raised the baby. They wanted to raise the baby. They begged for the life of the baby. And they obviously created the baby together.
Yo! Pick one, bro! Pick one! I'm so tired of this dude, bro.
More of a honestly feminist perspective. Men have responsibility as the other parent of that child. Ironically enough,
you're not gonna one-hand bang. You're not a one-man band.
Focus completely on the woman.
You see what I did there?
The man of all his parental rights and responsibilities. And I think that's why actually a lot of men who are pro-choice are pro-choice, because they don't want to have those fatherly responsibilities that they will have once the child is born.
You left us, man. I want to know why.
You came, left, and then came back.
I'm mad conflicted about this. Because I strongly feel like a man should not have control over what a woman does with her body. I more so have an issue with when a man doesn't actually want that baby. She wants it and then expects this man to like be the ultimate provider and child care and all this
Child,
extra stuff.
mega,
But
nigga, chat,
if the man
bros,
wanted
big
it,
bro.
the baby, and the woman didn't want it, he has no say so. I think that's a fucked up dynamic. So that's why I was going back and forth.
Well, you should have stayed then. It sounds like you're for men having more rights.
I just can't force a woman to be like, no, you have to do this, because I think it's fucked up. It's her body.
Oh,
But it's
yeah.
also a child's body.
If I'm with a
It's not
girl
just her body, it's a child's
and
body.
she aborts,
I think
I'm not.
truly, in my eyes, it's like it's my body.
Hey, it's
I
not
can
my.
do what I want with it,
Like, I
and
can
I
start
don't
fresh,
think
bro.
anyone,
I can start
including
fresh
the
for real, bro.
person,
I can
the
start
other
fresh.
person who's involved should have a say whether
She
I
is
want to keep
stupid.
it or whether I
No,
want
like
to get
actually, like, why do all these girls look retarded?
My name is Asher.
Bro, this
currently
guy
reside in Las Vegas,
is, you
and
know,
I'm
he's the
for
middle.
abortion.
He's the actual
I
middle
used
ground.
to
He's
be
the
against
middle.
abortion until
No.
an unwanted
No one is
pregnancy
the pro-abortion
happened,
people are not even
if you
considering
know for a fact that
reasonable.
You're not even going to be the best parent for that child, or you can't provide for that child, or maybe you're just fearful and don't want to pop the child out of you, or just whatever reason that you have. I feel like you shouldn't have to go through with that. You still have that choice over your life.
Because you're a simp, bro. You're a simp. You're not a Chad, bro.
I have
Have
had
an abortion.
Ads on YouTube
I know
must be
someone's
so
about to start
annoying.
about.
But with 3 clicks, you can install an ad
Bro,
blocker and you'll never
at
see
least
ads
make
again.
a real
Step
ad.
one,
Y'all are an ad.
block
Y'all could have put your own
360
ad,
Step
like,
2, click on
so
ad extension. Step
it's original but unoriginal at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, some of y'all are talking about this and having an ad abortion. Sit your ass down, bro.
A few months ago,
Oh
I
my god, man.
found out that I was pregnant.
You're a
I
wimp.
imagined myself
You're a wimp.
finding out I was pregnant
You're
for
a
the
wimp.
first time.
You're a wimp. You're not a
I
Chad, bro.
wanted
You're
it
not a
to be
Chad. You're a wimp.
celebrated.
You were actually
And
an
in that
incel.
moment,
You're
I
an
felt
incel.
such
A woman incel.
severe
I can't believe it. I
anxiety.
cannot believe it. A woman
And
incel.
I felt-
Actually, bro.
Having that,
Wait, what?
I felt like the entire
What?
time I was
Why
feeling a
are you
lot of
here?
emotional
Are you
pain,
with her?
grieving. I was
Are you with this
debating
brat? Are you with this
about
brat?
myself,
Bruh,
about how
Is this bro
I
with
would
this
feel
brat? He's the
about
only
how I would view
middle
myself
ground person.
after getting the procedure done.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous. So I'm be real careful with my words. Clearly, as a man, I can't have an abortion. But my girlfriend, we've had 2 abortions. She didn't really want.
Yo!
I didn't really want to have a baby, and I know for me, I don't want to be that seen as that deadbeat father person. But I knew I wasn't really trying to sacrifice my own dreams or what I was trying to accomplish to be a dad at that point.
I think that's definitely like one of the biggest.
Bro,
things
why
to
would you
consider
have
because
as long
I
as you have a
wasn't
kid,
in
man.
any kind of position to be a mother.
Because
you know,
fuck
so
them
it's like
kids.
I want to get my shit together.
As long as you
before
have
I
a
can
kid,
have a
I'm not.
baby
I
and
don't
give
have a
it
problem
a
with
life
it.
that
The
it
world needs
deserves.
to grow. People die all the time. People die from even more
When I found out I
ridiculous
was
things a
pregnant,
year.
The person
So.
that I was with at the time, they were like, I will support you in every way, but I will not be able to be there for you if you decide to keep it.
Exactly.
And that
Oh.
definitely influenced my choice.
You're a simp, girl. Girl is a simp, bro. Girl slay. Girl slay. That's the dumbest word, but I'm using it today. That's the dumbest word, but I'm using it today. Girl slay, okay? Alright, I'm not gay, I'm not a girl, I'm not trans or anything. So I don't know. I feel like slay should only be used against for women, mainly. But off topic, what? You're a simp, bro. You look like you're the ultimate simp. Like, bro, no. This is a woman simp. Like, no. A simp. Just a simp. Like, this is a woman simp. She's a tryhard, bro. She's not like that, bro. I know she's not like that. Cause she's not like me, bro. She is such a, like, no. That's like, actually, someone should not affect what you're gonna do. If you want to have an abortion, unless it's a law, like okay, unless it's a law, no one should be dictating what you do. So that's why I need it to be a law, so I could dictate. Ha. I'm just shaking arms.
It was one of the hardest
Oh, it's
decisions I've ever
26
had
minutes?
to make.
No,
I like to think
dude,
I'm
no
a
way.
pretty generous, like loving person, and the names that I've been called for even getting one, I've gotten evil, psychotic, demented.
And also, get birth control and wear a condom. Y'all acting like, why did you get pregnant? Huh? I don't know what man would like to do his business in you, man. Like, bro, you gave yourself over. I feel like men can't really be raped if you get, you know what I'm saying? You know, I feel like the thing doesn't work like that, you know? Men can't really be raped, I feel. Other than from actual other men. I feel like they can't be raped. The fact that just because you carry the baby, you think women think they're the top G, bro. I swear, they think they're the next Andrew Tate, but they're not. Also, comment if you want to see some Andrew Tate clips. In what series you want me to continue or do.
My name is Christine. I'm from Denver, and I am on the anti-abortion side. So when I was 20 years old, I was a college student, and I found myself in an unplanned pregnancy. And I was pressured to abort
don't get
very heavily,
pregnant,
not only
man?
by my
I'm telling you,
child's
these
father,
girls
but,
just be getting pregnant
by
for real.
those around me. And I heard my son's heartbeat, and there was no debate. It was a life. His life was not mine to take. This is part of why I am very pro-life.
You know how
because I
emotional it is to
many
take a
women are
baby's
pressured
life?
to abort when they don't
All
want
the
to.
anti-abortion people are
Can you
literally
just step
dumb,
forward?
except the man. If I'm being honest. Yeah, and the
Your
people.
story
If you haven't had an
is
abortion, I feel like you shouldn't even be talking.
and
Like,
your
shut
story
the
as
hell up.
well. I think
You shouldn't even be
something
talking if you
we
want
probably
to
all
have an
can agree
abortion.
on is
You know,
abortion
pro
usually
abortion,
is a symptom
just shut up.
of a bigger problem, whether it's finances, whether it's stability.
Look at her,
in housing,
big
whether
teeth.
it's
I can. Your
relationship
teeth are
issues.
sticking
My
out. I'm
perspective
spitting
is
that little
we
gap.
address those issues.
But I make it.
instead of ending the life of a child.
Disagree. I don't think that abortion is a symptom. People should be able to access abortion.
Oh, you know Rocky? She's retarded. Rocky is retarded. I want you to spam Rocky, Instagram, Twitter. Just berate her. Just berate her, man. Because she is the definition of a privileged thought, man. Like, I can't put it any more simply. She is the definition of a privileged thought. Like, I can't get my eye. Not my eye, because no one wants to look at her ugly face. She literally looks like a middle-aged woman, but she's 30. She talks like she's 30, but she speaks like a middle-aged woman. You shouldn't be what are you talking about? You shouldn't be saying anything. You haven't had abortion, man. You haven't witnessed abortion. Even if you witness abortion, you should be talk. Then you talk about it. If you've seen experiences, but I feel like they just want to go with their girls. Cause you hold the baby, you're top G or something. No, I could easily kill that baby. One blow, one punch.
When, how, wherever they want or need. I don't think that it's a problem to be fixed. I think that is still stigmatizing.
But I think the biggest thing is that there are birth control methods out there. And
Exactly,
abortion should
like,
not be a
bro.
birth control method. I think that's very critical. And to hear that, you weren't celebrated. I think life should be celebrated with everybody.
I'd like to call attention to that point too, just the fact of using abortion as birth control. I thank you for everyone sharing their stories so far. I didn't step forward. I haven't had an abortion myself, but I am a survivor of rape. I was on birth control at the time, and I still made the decision with my medical team.
Like, get birth control. Some of these women don't get birth control, and that's your problem. Don't make the baby form in your stomach and then just kill it. You might as well I might as well just stab you in your stomach if you really want that. You could pull up right now, bro. My house is 214 MLK Drive. Pull up. Just kidding, I don't live there. But I know someone who lives there. Just kidding. I don't know if that's an actual drive. If that's an actual drive, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that anybody came to your house. Please do not. Please. That's my most controversial video, by the way. So,
I wanted access to emergency services to take on top of that. And had that pregnancy or any of those methods failed, I would have
put my
chosen
feet
to
up,
have
by the way.
an
I'm just
abortion.
letting you
I'm
know.
very grateful that I had
He's
access to those
stinky.
resources,
He's stinky,
and I'm so
Johnson.
mindful that there's so many women who don't.
Well, I think it gets down to the heart of the issue here. What is the unborn, which scientifically the embryo is from conception, a living whole organism with distinct DNA.
Yeah, talk to him. Talk to him, bro. Talk to him. Talk to him. You're killing a baby.
Has dignity and worth.
Not to disrespect any religion in general, but in my eyes, that's just pushing a belief onto someone rather than actually stating a real.
Like, not to disrespect anyone's religion. Shut up. That's the name of the game, honey. If you can't rock with it, you have to stop with it. You have to stop with it. Because I'm not going to say that's fact.
So, scientifically, I'm pro-life because of science, not because of religion. But scientifically, I believe that life does start at conception. I don't think it makes sense to put life beginning at any other place.
Yeah, like, they're literally just the size of a potato, but they're still life. They're still life.
That a already born person
like, don't be
alive,
stupid. They're still alive.
Such as consciousness, heartbeat, etc. There are many pro-life people here from the science perspective who are not led by religious motives at all.
Hold on, guys. I'll be back. Take in consideration what you just heard and just go right here. Just listen. Just listen. I'm gonna be back.
It's relationship issues. My perspective is that we address those issues instead of ending the life of a child.
Disagree. I don't think that abortion is a symptom. People should be able to access abortion when, how, wherever they want or need. I don't think that it's a problem to be fixed. I think that is still stigmatizing.
But I think the biggest thing is that there are birth control methods out there, and abortion should not be a birth control method. I think that's very critical. And to hear that, you weren't celebrated, I think life should be celebrated with everybody.
I'd like to call attention to that point too, just the fact of using abortion as birth control. I thank you for everyone sharing their stories so far. I didn't step forward. I haven't had an abortion myself, but I am a survivor of rape. I was on birth control at the time, and I still made the decision with my medical team that birth control is not 100% effective, and I wanted access to emergency contraceptive to take on top of that. And had that pregnancy or any of those methods failed, I would have chosen to have an abortion, and I'm very grateful that I had access to those resources, and I'm so mindful that there's so many women who don't.
Well, I think it gets down to the heart of the issue here. What is the unborn, which scientifically the embryo is from conception.
She's telling facts.
With distinct DNA.
I knew there was a child in my body. I knew I could have a child in 9 months, and I knew there was a child in my body. I knew I could have a child in 9 months, and I knew that child can grow old and...
I respectfully disagree.
And be their own person. But I made that choice because...
18 years old. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Like, take birth control.
The gap and have us find a little bit of middle ground between our two opposing sides.
Abortion is murder.
Yes. Murder. It's murder. It's legal murder, technically.
I think it is murder. I think...
It's legal murder. Think about it. Like, it's not a child. It's not a. It's still a human. Whether you like it or not, as soon as that DNA comes in, that's a human right there. You can't say anything. As soon as it's a human, as soon as that DNA comes in, there's nothing. You can't.
But by and large, I think,
That's
especially with the advent of the internet and so much
do
education
anything
out there,
about
many of them do know that that there's a life inside of them, and they want to end that life, whether they call it murder or not.
Hard disagree. Absolutely disagree.
Okay.
I've definitely met a lot of teenage girls who grew up in our generation who believe that abortion is normal, a fetus is a clump of cells, and there is no human life in the womb. They don't tell you when you go in for an abortion consultation, this is a child and this is a human life, and that's what's going to be happening. I have a hard time believing that if most women knew they were killing a child, they would do that. I don't think women in America are that malevolent. I think it's very irresponsible.
I won't say that, but they're very...
this woman's a murderer because she had an abortion.
She is there. It's very ish, man. It's very...
At least my personal experience, the people who worked there were very understanding. They let me know there is a child that could come out of you in 9 months. Are you sure you want to do this? I knew there was a child in my body. I knew I could have a child in 9 months, and I knew that child can grow old and be their own person. But I made that choice because I'm allowed to have that choice. And
Shut
so
up!
can you.
You're allowed to
Or
have that
a
choice.
white
Doesn't mean that the
man,
choice
you
is right.
Are not allowed to say
Does
what
not
I can do with
mean
my
the choice
body.
is right. I'm gonna
Any
put
of
my
these
mouth.
other
I'm gonna put
women who are
one of my
able to
mouses.
carry a child.
I
My
think that's so
USB.
dangerous. I think
It's
that's so dangerous to say that you can't say
my
because of
USB
your
is
sexuality, who you are as a
look,
male or
it's
female,
doing
or
a
how
little-
you believe as a
it's
religion.
a
You
little
can't
hot,
define what's
so
right and wrong.
I'm
I
just
think
putting
that's
it in.
misguided,
You can
and we
have
should
your
take
own
that into
opinion.
policy.
I think what she's
If it's a
saying is
child,
that
you
whatever.
No,
your
shut up and let
morality
one at a
is,
time,
I think that,
please.
you know, folks are entitled that we have freedom of religion. We have freedom from religion. Whatever your moral value is, the issue is trying to turn that into legislation and putting
But
it on someone
legislatively,
else.
we legislate what's right and wrong all the time.
Oh,
Thinking
shoot, my
even
bad.
medically, you know, like for indigenous women, they're 2 times as likely to die from pregnancy-related complications. Who's responsible for that murder if she's forced to carry that baby?
Well, I would be all for working on legislation altogether, where if the woman's been taken advantage of, or if they've incest situations, or if her life's at risk.
Yeah, exactly.
We can keep those options on the table.
So all of a sudden, because she could potentially die,
Yo,
make legislation
I feel
so
like
she can't abort.
I feel like the anti and pro-abortion is like split into 4 groups now. You got the people that are aware of abortion. You got the people that aren't aware of the human. You got people that are aware of the human. The people that aren't aware of the human. The chill dad. You got the people who think that abortion should be legal in some cases if the mother's life is at risk or incest or something. And then you have some people that just don't want to do abortion at all. So yeah, I'm basically on. If someone rapes you, kick that bitch. No, matter of fact, you'd not even in love with that murder. You just got raped by them. But I feel like you shouldn't abort it. You should just put it up for adoption. Like honestly, it's better. Don't abort it. If you're a little girl, first, thank you. Second, if you're a little girl, or please don't kill your children. Please don't have a. Technically, it's your right, but in how many years is that gonna really be your right anymore? Please just adopt. Like, it's so bad. Like, it's not. It's very bad. Please do not abort. If you're gonna do something, please just I don't know. Adopt. Give it to another family member. Because I know most people who abort have family members. They're just selfish high school idiots. And always wear protection. Always do all these things. Please, I'm begging you. Just letting you know.
Abort that baby, and all of a sudden you're pro-abortion.
No, I'm not pro-abortion. I personally would not like her to choose that option. I think science has come. No. I think science has come a long way where that's vastly not the case anymore.
I feel like the black guy is just not getting it.
We need to continue to increase funding for those mechanisms.
These two guys, hold on. These two guys, they're like not understanding each other. This guy is more understanding of what's going on. This guy is kind of like, you see like that part right there, that little bump of blood in his brain, his head, it's just, he's getting stressed about this, but he's not understanding what this guy is saying completely. I'm not having bias, I'm just saying, like, oh, shoot.
What is the end goal here, that abortion be illegal and it be criminalized and removed as a resource forever from this country?
Yes.
Is that the
Illegal and unthinkable.
illegal and unthinkable? So it is culturally
For women, we want women to have resources, first of all, to where they don't need an abortion, and then abortion for the abortionist is criminalized. So an abortionist could go to jail for performing it. Women should not be criminalized, because at the end of the day, women are victims of abortion as well.
My name is Sebastian King, and I am anti-abortion side. My mom had an unplanned pregnancy because she was taken advantage of from the time she was 12 to 15, and she was in and out of state custody, and a judge even encouraged her to have an abortion and told my mom that she won't amount to anything in life if she goes through with this pregnancy. Because she chose life. That's the only reason I'm here today, and that's my mission, is to ensure that all life is protected.
Abortion should be accessible to rape and incest survivors.
You know what? That was heartwarming, bro. You're a real one. You're my favorite guy here. only person who's on your level is the black guy. I have black bias. Just kidding. I don't. I'm not biased to people, but basically what I'm saying is that, bro, that is just I thought he was talking about another kid, like a kid after him, and he was like, "That's how I was born, bro." If this is your man's, bro, if this is your love interest, he's a keeper, bro. You know how, bro? That story makes me want to cry, bro. Like, that's actually a good story, but let's continue, because I don't want this video too long, you know? Oh, my.
Do you know what would be better than playing your favorite games and getting amazing gifts in return? Getting a welcome gift of 60 buff.
Or is her?
Wait,
Is her
what?
Heaven?
Let me
Oh.
explain. Buff is the gamer's loyalty app.
Hold up.
You play your favorite
Hold
games,
up.
earn buffs,
Hold up.
or in-app
The body,
points,
though.
and then choose
Did she go to a
which
gym
amazing
for
gifts to redeem. Skins, gift cards,
Woo!
in-game points, and
Girl,
so much.
you work it. Yeah, work it.
If you're pregnant from your brother or your cousin or your father, especially if it wasn't consensual, or even if it was, you should still have that option to abort the baby. And especially if you've been raped, there are some people who have that thought, like, oh my God, like, what if when I look at my child, I relive that trauma? And not saying that's how all rape
But
victims feel,
a
but it's just
child
like
or
some
trauma,
women
bro,
have
that's so
that
selfish.
fear.
I feel like abortion is a little selfish.
Okay. So,
But I don't know, maybe
I
50
was
years
raped
from
for
time,
4
I'll
years of
change my
life,
opinion.
violently.
Just really. So I
more
can get
times
more
than I can
subscribers.
count.
Just kidding.
And I did
But-
get pregnant when I was 15. My rapist threatened me with abortion multiple times. Used that as a tool to keep me in his power. If he had the power to terminate evidence, he had power against me. I did end up losing her, but I wanted her very badly. I named her Rahel, which is Rachel in English.
Oh no, man. Oh man, I feel bad for that kid, man. Imagine what he would have felt drowning his own mother's goopy up. Wait, what? I don't know. That's how it works. I'm in my closet and like I can't see outside, so that might be like total nighttime. I don't even know. It's I have 10, like my goal is to have 10 videos by tomorrow uploading.
And I think it's very important to humanize people who are conceived in rape because they're walking around right now.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
Shut
I
up!
think it's
I don't want to
very
talk to you.
insulting
I don't want you.
to
I don't want
place
that
on
little
a
lady
human
to talk.
being. I think that humans,
I don't want
no
that
matter how
little.
they are conceived,
I don't want that little lady to talk. I don't want this thing of a lady to this person, this human being, because that's all she is in my heart. Just like that baby was to her. That should only be used. Oh, Black Friday sale.
are human beings and they deserve to be respected and their lives deserve to be respected.
And I agree because that's me. I agree 100%. And my mom has always told me she doesn't view me as even on my birth certificate, he's not my father. So.
Also, I want to tap on what you said though, because you said you really wanted to.
My bad.
Like that, right? You wanted that, but there's other people that had their a choice taken away from them. They shouldn't be shamed at going through this, even having to live through that experience of the rape baby.
Here's the thing. When you get an abortion as a reaction to rape,
you're
continuing the cycle of violence. So you were raped. That was a violent experience that happened to you. That wasn't your fault. You're hurt. You've been victimized. Why is it fair to further victimize someone else because you were hurt?
But
Why is it not?
You're seeing it as a someone though, man. I'm putting myself in a woman's shoes or a human being's shoes, right? You take my choice away. You rape me. And who, for all you know, I might be a struggling human being, right? Making $8 an hour or something like that. Crazy bills. I might be living in my car. I might be sleeping in the dumpster behind McDonald's. But now, because of your opinion, right, and my traumatic experience, I get shamed because I don't want to bring this life into the world, bro. Oh, but you should give birth and then put it in foster care if you don't want it, bro.
I want to touch on that too, just for a second. Like, for
yeah, put
trauma,
in foster care
I
and
think
leave.
absolutely what I am passionate about is giving people the choice. And for you, you thought a lot about your choice and you wanted that pregnancy. And I'm really sorry that you lost that child. And I also thought a lot about, for myself, when I went through that experience, what choice would be best for me.
Yo,
for me,
why have all these people gotten raped? Like, It's kind of suspicious, guys. Bro, there's so much questions in these middle
I think
ground.
trauma is such an
So
interesting thing.
these are just
For
gonna be
me,
like the
not
special
having control
jubilees.
over
Yeah, these are just
a
like the
child
special
growing inside of me and changing
jubilee
my
specials.
fate of my life.
Cause
You know,
these are
that
long.
would be more traumatic
Longer
than
than,
experience. We don't know how people are going
something
to
you have.
react, but I do fight and would want them to have the choice to do what's best for them. I think a strange misconception that people have about people who are pro-abortion is that we don't have respect for life or we don't care about children. That's absolutely not true. I respect life very much. Unfortunately, I've also seen a lot of negative aspects of our systems in the U.S., like the foster care system. It's out of that respect that I believe people should have.
I could do a whole rant on how the foster care system is just doodle water. But yeah, I'll spare y'all. Like the fact that some kids don't even get adopted, cause that, like, how you gonna, like, I saw this in a Darman video and it just made it made me like, what? It made my gears not turn. My gears didn't turn, but they didn't stay still. It kind of did a little squeak squeak when like your hands go on to like a chalkboard and it makes that. Oh, I have nightmares just thinking about it. You know, the kid, he got all the stuff. The kids, the parents wanted the kid, and they gave up on the kid after a month, bro. And then there was another incident where someone gave up on the kid because he had nails, bro. He had nails, and they just said nope. The ejection. They had an injection on him, okay? I mean, bro, ejection sounds like abortion, but I'm not saying anything to that. Matter of fact, I gotta check my I gotta check my battery.
America offers resources to help you raise a child.
Oh yes, of course. Actually, people hate on America just because it's just not as traditional as other places, which is
There's tax
BS.
benefits to having children.
Huh?
I think there was also, in the latest round of COVID money, there was funding for women who had children.
Yeah, and there are so many Christian charities and so many different organizations that
Some's happening right
want
here.
to help
Some's
women,
happening right there.
You know, and the resources are there.
Also, government resources. There are government resources that help you take care of children. Are there enough? That is a different question.
I was basically just agreeing with what you said, because Section 8, food stamps, free health care, school programs and whatnot. Like, there are resources. Are there enough?
That's how my mom survived when she had me, because of government assistance. So
Yeah.
that's the only way she made it, because of that.
But like, you can't live off the government because it's not enough.
Pregnant.
I feel like you can't live off the government, but you can definitely have. The government helps. Like, if you make like not a lot of money, the government helps. But I'm not saying that could pay that. But if you don't have something that you're already doing on the side of that, you should just stop.
Pregnant teenager, and I've also been a teenage mother on welfare and unemployed. The number
Of course she's gonna disagree with all the
resources that are
people who are
available
actually
state
right.
to state is something that is atrocious. But what it comes down to is a lot of time and energy. The choice between, do I go to work and get the money to pay rent, or do I go and I sit in the office, or do I go to this nonprofit who's requiring me to fill out this application and come to a meeting in the
Well,
day
don't act like
time
you're all
when
nice
supposed to be
and
working.
giggles.
So you see it kind of like a job, like you're clocking in to fill in paperwork and you're receiving your check.
It is. Low resources and creating these sort of impossible hurdles and more barriers for people who are already experienced them to overcome to get the help is not a help at all.
And I feel like a completely separate conversation is it is extremely hard to be a single mother who is also a woman or person of color and to get resources, especially black women.
You know why I don't this might be my most controversial take yet. But I don't support BLM. Like, they don't do it like they used to. They don't riot. They harass any other race that tries to say this. They will harass any white person. Like, people of BLM support BLM. I'm saying, this is like small amount, but it's like it reflects bad on the rest of them, and I can't help but like they will BLM. It's not even the people. It's the people that are not a part. They're not doing rallies. They're not doing riot. You know, the riot on the Capitol was out of pocket. I'm not gonna speak on that. But like if you're really rioting on the riot, like imagine you see like a couple thousand people. Imagine I'm the president, right? Like imagine if he wasn't the president and he just lived in a normal house, and you just see a couple thousand people at your front door. Like what you like? Like no, the Capitol isn't the Capitol isn't the White House. My bad. The Capitol of the United States. You know, the Capitol building. That building. Imagine someone just reading that shit, bro. Like, I'm just saying, that is completely out of pocket, bro. I'm just like,
they are notoriously, even in that room where they're giving birth, they aren't taken seriously.
Well,
also, I feel like people overdo racism. Like, if a cop pulls you over, that's not because he's racist and you're black, okay? That doesn't mean you're racist. Like, what you talking about, man? Oh, I'm done.
I just want to say one thing because I think it's important. So I might not look it, but I'm Native American, have my Cherokee card and everything. We have universal health care in the Indian community.
Nice.
And
he's
when she
a
went
white.
to have
Just kidding. I'm
as a
just kidding.
child, they told her in that universal health care system that she's not allowed to have pain
color.
medicine because that's a
If
luxury.
anything,
so she got it through government assistance.
I'm gonna be honest. If anything, the black people that actually get discriminated against is like really black people, like it's like dark black Africans, like just black people like the color of my dad, like really black. Like I'm brown, like I hate to say it, but I'm the color of that girl, but I'm the color.
Assistance. So that's a.
I'm the color of the guy right there. My dad's like black. Like that's the type of people that get discriminated against mostly. Not exact. I mean, brown people. I guess you could say because all black people's skin is technically brown skin. I guess, but because like there's no black person's skin that's actually black. Like what I mean, unless they have like some thing that happened to them. Other than that, no, that shouldn't happen. But I'm gonna just let it ride.
That's a big deal that the United States is. No, I'm not saying that's acceptable. I'm not saying that's acceptable, but I'm saying like
it exists.
It exists. That story exists.
But there versus and create lives, right?
But that's so different.
Abortions will continue to happen regardless of the law.
I feel like no, because like abortion will happen, but not in the U.S. Because obviously we know that Jubilee is YouTube and Jubilee is mostly American. YouTube.
All right. Well,
I ain't never gonna change.
I think of course they'll continue
around the world, but
law doesn't mean that something is not going to happen at all anymore. Just like rape, just like murder, just like anything else we've outlawed.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Because they're still going to happen, doesn't make it right.
But if you criminalize doctors and abortion providers, right, that means we no longer have providers. That means abortion is no longer an option. And that by default, the way that this country, and especially my state, legislates will mean, and it has happened, we have precedent, a woman who tries to self-induce or who tries other non-medical methods to have an abortion can and has been criminalized. What is the policy that doesn't just...
I have something to get off my chest. I hated on Hillary Clinton just because everybody treated her bad. I think she was bad. Like now that I think about it, she wasn't. If she was president, it wouldn't even be that good. It wouldn't even be that. It would be alright. It'd be alright. Let's be honest. But Michelle Obama should have really been president. I mean, Barack Obama was the influence of the century. Don't get me wrong. Like he was. He is just memer. He get talks about like 24/7. Don't get me wrong, but Michelle Obama after him would have been like the next move in my opinion. It would have been the next move. Trump would have been. I don't know why people hate on Trump. They only hate on him because he's actually rich. Other than these small town. Let me stop talking.
Absolutely take away the right that people have to access an abortion, regardless of what their beliefs are.
If that child is a human being deserving of the right to life, then yes, it should be criminalized, just like murder of 2-year-olds and 5-year-olds, and adults is criminalized, right?
That's so different, though. You got people that's 2 years old, already out the womb. They've been here for years, right? And then you got these cells.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
When does it stop being a clump of cells?
Personally, I'm not worried about the clump of cells.
Decades of medical research has not been.
No, I know that research is going to be BS. Shut the heck up.
So do you believe that abortion should be allowed all 9 months of pregnancy?
I do feel that's a bit more extreme. So I will agree on that.
But why is it more extreme?
Wait, but let's not act like women are
let's
just
not go
deciding
too far
to get
anti-abortion.
abortions at like during their 2nd or 3rd trimester. And the women who are doing it, it's either that they're going to die giving birth, or it's under some medical circumstances. Because I doubt even myself. Or it's under some medical circumstances, because I doubt even myself, I doubt that I would get to a 6-month, 7-month mark and then decide, actually, I don't want to make this commitment. I feel like there's a lot of this conversation, like, when does it become wrong? When as if we're actually going to get an abortion at that time.
A lot of the what pro-life people would consider hostile pro-choice comments and things like that are a response to hostile pro-life people. And I think that doesn't get talked about on our side because we don't like to fight each other. But I think it's an important point because I've seen absolutely disgraceful comments.
You know what? I have something to say. If you're abortion, you're selfish, man. One, you're kind of discontinuing the population because people will follow in your footsteps. 2, you're killing the baby. I don't need any. It's not a clump of cells. It's an actual human. It's not a fully human. And I forgot what I was going to say for 3, so.
Comments made towards women who are going into the clinic. Who are obviously in a very traumatizing situation, and you don't know what that woman is going through, and they're shouting obscenities at her. And that's appalling, and I think that we need to take responsibility as pro-life people to understand they've experienced so much hurt from our side of the community.
And I agree with that, I think, but from our side of the aisle, folks are very passionate because they believe that's a life, they believe that's a baby, and they resource and another option, and we can do that peacefully and respectfully as well.
I think on any side of any controversial issue, you're always going to have those extremists. Same thing on the pro-abortion side. People are always going to have feelings, and people are always going to fight on that level, right? But I think it's about coming up here and saying, like, what actually makes common sense, and how do we come up with policy that doesn't force folks to live by other people's values.
Alright, so if you like the video, subscribe. If you don't like the video, that's fine. Just please subscribe, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Comment if you like the video, and I will see you. Comment what I should do next. Also, no, we're not gonna stop it because I need to do my intro, and this music's nice. Also, for men, for women, if you get pregnant, wear protection, please, and get the baby for adoption. And finally, for men, if you're a man, please wear protection and leave her if she's gonna delete him. Leave her if she's gonna delete her. Now, leave her if she's a deleter. No, or just do whatever you want. I don't care. Bye.